They said you have it. He negotiated with him. He said he told Dr. Mark Siegel on the Tucker Carlson show, I negotiated with him. I wanted to stay home, but they said no, and I obeyed the medical professionals. I obeyed the medical science, not science, medical science, and I obeyed my own personal doctors who said, sir, it's better for you to be in the hospital. It's easier for you to be in the hospital. It's easier for us to be in the hospital. It's safer to be in the hospital. We can get the care to you much more rapidly in the hospital. We don't have to transport you back and forth. Go to the hospital. He went to the hospital. He got the blood therapy. He got the remdesivir. He got the oxychloroquine, whatever he got. He got the steroid for the breathing and the swelling. Which I used to get when I had croup. I took that same exact steroid, I took as a child for the croup. And it's very, very effective. It has no effect on your brain, it has no effect on your behavior, it has no effect on your cognitive ability. These people are running around saying the president's on steroids, therefore his cognitive ability, his decision ability, and his mental ability is compromised. It's absurd. I've taken the same dosage as a president for croup, and I had no effect at all. And he doesn't either. We can see that, obviously. So anyway, now, what I'm saying here is we have the ability as a nation to open up our society. We have to say to our Democrat governors, open up the states. We have to say to our political partisan corporations, open up the industries. We have to say to our teachers' union, we demand in-person education. Believe me, our children are a precious asset. Our children are the most precious asset. There's nothing more valuable to us than our children. And yet, we unknowingly and unwittingly are hurting our children. Good parents who want to save their children from COVID. Good parents who want to protect their children from COVID. Good parents who want their children to be safe from disease are, in fact, destroying them by not allowing them to go to school, not allowing them to have peers, not allowing them to have interactions, not allowing them to have freedom, and inculcating in our children fear which is unreasonable, and fear which is defeating, and fear which is debilitating, and fear which is depressive. We're giving that to our children, and we must not do that. They don't want it, and we shouldn't want it either. Let the children be free. We have ample evidence, scientific evidence, data-driven evidence, experiential evidence, research evidence that the children will be fine. They will be fine. Now, one child coming down with COVID is too much for me and for you, but we can't say to the millions and millions of children, because one of you may come down with COVID, we have to lock you down, keep you home, and cause you to be depressed and despairing and all the other things that go with that. We can't do that to our children. We must not. I know there's some personal experience. I have grandchildren, 9 of them. And my grandchildren went back to school voluntarily. They were given the choice by their parents to go back to school face-to-face, person-to-person. They all chose it, and they're thrilled with it. They're back to school 6 weeks now, no COVID, no problems, no issues, but joy and happiness and equilibrium and stabilization and release from depression, and all the rest has happened to them. Their eyes were getting duller. My grandchildren's eyes were getting duller and duller and duller by the day. After they went back to school with a mask and social distancing, I got all that, they have recovered. They're no longer depressed. They're no longer feeling unhappy. Their eyes are brightening by the day, every day, and their smile is returning, and their laughter is returning. My friends, my children, my grandchildren are precious, and I do not want to destroy them in an overzealous attempt to keep them safe from disease. Now, this is not the plague. This is not smallpox. This is COVID, and it's a virus. It's like the flu. It's like a cold. It has very, very serious and deleterious effects. I agree with that. And we have plenty of means of warding against that. But we can't destroy our children in an attempt to save our children, because that would be counterproductive. We're trying to save them, but in fact, we're destroying them. So open up our schools. Christmas is coming. Thanksgiving is coming. Halloween is coming. What are we going to do? Take all that away? Take it all away? Close everything down? Now, personally for myself, you can do away with Halloween. I don't really care. That's my own personal thing. You may think Halloween is the greatest thing. That's your personal thing. But we can do away with Halloween. But there's Thanksgiving, family gathering around the table, family praying to God Thanksgiving, family appreciating the history and the heritage and the culture, family joining together in the family meal, which is Thanksgiving, family rejoicing together, which is the warmth and comfort and wonder of Thanksgiving. What a terrible thing to take that away from our children. And then there's Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever. It doesn't make any difference to me. I'm a Christian, so it's Christmas. But to take away the joy and celebration of what I'm going to just use the word Christians, okay? Just let me use that as a shorthand. You can add whatever word you want. But to take that away from our children, to refuse to allow them to have the tree and the family gathering and the gift giving and the interchange and the joining together and the meals and the joy of the pre-Christmas and then the Christmas and then the after Christmas, because it all starts at Thanksgiving, a joyous celebration of the harvest, a joyous celebration of God and His goodness, a joyous celebration of being alive, extending into, for the Christians, Advent, and then Christmas, and then post-Christmas, and then New Year's. Are we going to erase that? Are we going to bury that? Are we going to take that away from ourselves? But mainly, are we going to take that away from our children? No, no, no. We must not do that, because in an attempt to be safe, and there is no safety, we will destroy our children. We will. Believe me. I've seen it in my own grandchildren's eyes. They were becoming duller and duller and deader every day of the summer. But with the return of school and the return of their friends and their teachers and their education in person, in face-to-face, they have become enlivened, brighter, enlivened, and now they sparkle like they used to. So my friends, we have to open up our society for the sake of our children. We have the therapeutics, we have the testing, we have the medical professionals, we have the ability, we have the beds, we have the oxygen therapy, we have all of that. We don't need to be afraid anymore. And we have to give up our fear and move forward. That's what President Trump was saying. Have courage. Don't be afraid. Live your life. We can do this. And when you get a symptom, if you get a symptom, and when you don't feel like yourself, if you don't feel like yourself, and if you think you have it, then go to the doctors and medical professionals. We have more than enough capacity, and get tested. And if you're positive, get treated immediately with the therapeutics we have, and you'll be fine, just fine. And so, friends, with that word of encouragement, I want to thank you for listening. This is Frederick Henry. You're listening to the Frederick Henry Show, and I'll be with you soon. Thank you for talking. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.